Welcome, friends. Today we're diving deep into the glamorous world of AI video generation with the review of Hailuo AI from the fine folks at Minimax. Now, if you're wondering what Hailuo AI is, let me tell you, it's like having a Hollywood director in your pocket, minus the attitude and the outrageous demands for artisanal coffee. But before we roll the credits, let me ask you this. Can AI really turn your wildest text prompts into cinematic gold? Spoiler alert, it can. And trust me, by the end of this review, you'll be itching to try it out for yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does Hailuo AI actually deliver on its promises? Also, how does it stack up against other AI tools like Kling AI? And most importantly, can it generate videos of the adventurous Lara Croft sunbathing while horseback riding? Okay, maybe that last one was just for me. Regardless, I'll address all of these questions and more. I'm on the Minimax website, and if you're following along with me, you're probably seeing this in Chinese. If you use Google Chrome, you can easily have the site translated to English. As a matter of fact, I think all of the major browsers at this point provide a translator or at least have a plugin which will allow you to translate a site into English or the language that you prefer. If you have any trouble translating the site, please let me know in the comments and I'll provide some extra help. The Minimax website is minimaxi.com, not Minimax AI, just Minimaxi. On this site, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and you can see here that Minimax provides 4 different models: video, music, ABOB, and speech. Today, we're going to focus on the video model. And to do that, we're actually going to scroll back up, and I'd like to draw your attention to the products and services area here. You can see under products and services, we have 3 different platforms: Hoshino, Conch AI, and Open Platform. To show you how we can leverage the video model provided by Minimax, we're going to use Conch AI. Now you may be thinking, Adrian, I thought we were going to cover Hailuo. We are. Hailuo is actually the Chinese term for conch or sea snail. So you can go ahead and click Conch AI. Okay, I am now at hailuoai.com, Hailuoai.com, which is also known as Conch AI. And from here, I want to click the second of these 4 buttons down below. Click right there. We are now at hailuoai.com/video. So you also have the option of going directly here. Feel free to bookmark this in your browser so you can avoid having to go through minimax.com and then the Conch AI portal, and then getting here. Instead, you can go straight to hailuoai.com/video. Friends, when I say Hailuo AI has some serious chops, you can take that to the bank. Let's break down Hailuo AI using my FOCUS acronym, because who doesn't love a good acronym? Does it provide relevant features? At this time, Conch, also known as Hailuo, allows us to create video from text. We can simply describe the type of video we like in very few words or up to 2,000 characters, and Conch will provide us with a 6-second, 25 frames per second H.264 1280 by 720 video. Recently, the tip word optimization feature was added. If you're using other browsers to translate this, it may say prompt word optimization. It's the same thing. If you look at the description here, when turned on, the model will automatically optimize your prompt to improve the quality of the generation. If you need more precise control, you can turn this feature off, and the model will follow your instructions more strictly. It's recommended to provide more refined words to get the best results. I have tested quite a bit with this on and with this off, and here is my understanding of what it's doing. If you provide very few words, for example, we'll create a video of a woman swimming underwater, and I'll go ahead and cue this up. From my experience, when you have a very short prompt, the tip word optimization can produce some better results because it's going to try to elaborate on this prompt in a way that creates a beautiful video. On the other hand, what you can do is just provide a more elaborate prompt. And one of the options to do that is to use something like ChatGPT to elaborate on the prompt. I prefer this method because if you don't get exactly what you want, you can see exactly why you didn't get what you wanted because you can look at the details in the prompt and then you can manipulate those as necessary. Okay, so we have our result with the short prompt of a woman swimming underwater and the tip word optimization off. And this is how it turned out. My idea when I created this prompt was that the camera would be underwater, filming the woman swimming from underwater, but I didn't really specify the details. I'm going to copy my prompt and we're going to try the same thing, but with the tip word optimization on. You'll see down here, it says generating AI will continue to generate after exiting. So you can exit this window and come back. It'll still be generating. Okay, and we have our result. This is with the tip word optimization box checked. And you can see it's better. However, Conch will not show you exactly how they elaborated on that prompt. So my preference is to elaborate on the prompt myself. And I'll show you a way to make that very quick and easy. For features, I'm giving it 4 stars, not too shabby. Does Conch, also known as Hailuo AI, provide accurate and valuable outputs? Okay, I'm in ChatGPT and I have a prompt prepared that will expand on our short prompt and create a prompt that is going to potentially create a better video for us. Now you'll see in this area, I have the format, and then down here, I have basically our short prompt. And for each of these areas, I have a label, format, and text to video prompt. And then up above, I have these instructions. Please use the format below to rewrite the text to video prompt included below. Do not use plus signs in the final output. Instead, just string together the different sentences in the form of a paragraph. When I tried this earlier, I received the different information, but concatenated with plus signs. And I think that it'll be processed easier by Conch if I get the information just in the form of different sentences in a paragraph. Now, these different elements right here, these actually come from the Minimax documentation. The Minimax documentation specifies for the best potential output, specify your main visual subject, specify scene/space, specify motion/changes, and then also the camera movement. So if I ask ChatGPT to reformat this prompt accordingly, it will basically create a more complete prompt, which will fill in information for each of these different areas. As you can see here, a woman gracefully glides through the water in a serene, clear blue ocean. The scene is set underwater with rays of sunlight filtering through, illuminating her as she swims effortlessly. Her movements are smooth and fluid as she explores the depths, bubbles rising around her. The camera follows her from a side angle, gently panning to capture her elegant strokes and the tranquil water environment. Let's try that. Okay, I'll paste the prompt that we received in ChatGPT, and I'm going to turn off the tip word optimization, and we will queue up the video. Now, I'd like to point out down here that Conch actually tells us where we are in the queue. There are 23 people ahead of you now. Wait for 5 minutes. And unfortunately, Conch limits us to 1 generation queued at a time. However, your boy Adrian has a workaround for you. So make sure you watch till the end so I can show you how you can have Conch working in several different generations at the same time. Okay, we have our creation. It looks maybe a little more interesting. And by interesting, I mean weird. Her hand seems to be morphing around as she caresses her own butt. Let's try customizing the prompt a little further. Okay, I've customized the prompt. If you've watched some of my other videos, you may be familiar with a focus acronym that I created for text to image, and I just tried it with text to video, and actually I find that it works pretty well. The acronym that I created and that I've been using, and I'm using in this example, represents focal subject, overall setting, camera angle and composition, unique details, and style and mood. And I'll put that acronym and what each letter stands for in the notes, so you can use that if you like. But that's the acronym I used to create this video, and I think it turned out pretty well. There still might be something a little strange happening with the hand. I feel that at the very end, there's a little bit of morphing with the fingers. However, I feel that this one is aesthetically beautiful. And for reference, here is the same prompt in Kling AI. So which do you prefer? I know which one I'm leaning toward. And spoiler alert, it's not this one. Okay, I also tried using my FOCUS acronym to create a sexy alien holding a large futuristic gun. Not bad. And then I thought, why not have the sexy alien ride the gun? I like that as well. And why not just change the gun to a cannon in the description and see what we get? And here's how it turned out. And I pasted the same prompt into Kling. I found out that Kling does not like the word sexy. I removed the word sexy from the prompt, but Kling still delivered. Check this out. I may have removed the word sexy, but apparently Kling knew what I was going for because this has sexy all over it. However, my prompt does call for a futuristic cannon, which I would argue that this is not. My prompt calls for an alien woman. This woman could arguably be considered an alien. However, from her body anyway, she looks very human, a very fit and beautiful human, but human. When it comes to the hands and feet, though, okay, maybe she is an alien. And Conch is actually pretty decent at creating text. You won't always get the text you want, but a few tries, and I think you might end up with what you're looking for. For example, I asked for three beautiful, fit, vibrant cheerleaders, each holding a sign, one that says let's, one that says try, and one that says AI. And that's basically what I received. The signs look like they were homemade, and the cheerleaders are doing a silly kind of bounce, but hey, I'll take it. And I asked for Jessica Rabbit. My challenge for Conch was to turn Jessica Rabbit into a real life person. I would say Conch gave me a decent Jessica Rabbit, but never really converted to a real life person. Still entertaining. I also attempted to create a realistic 100-foot tall Amazon woman finding herself in the middle of a city. Anytime I provide a prompt that does not seem like a real world situation, in other words, in the videos that this model was trained upon, if it cannot find videos to represent that, it's going to create a cartoonish version of your prompt. For example, however, woman on a jet ski, that's an easy one to create a real life version of. And here is the same prompt in Kling. And hey, why limit women in bikinis to jet skis? Why not motorcycles? Or at least that's what I was shooting for in this one. But I ended up with a futuristic scooter. Nonetheless, I think you'll like it. That is one silly looking futuristic motorcycle, but the driver is something else. Friends, if you like these sexy videos, and pretty sure you do, by the way, just about everybody watched my Flux video, I've got a special surprise for you. Conch surprised me quite a bit with a video that it created, and I'm going to show that to you in a little bit. First, I want to show you some fun, kind of whimsical videos that Conch created for me, and then you got to stay tuned for a quite revealing video created by Conch. I think you'll enjoy it. It seems that Conch will allow you to create videos based on pretty much any iconic character. Here we have Batman, who got a part-time job, obviously, as a barista. It appears that he's not that great at it. The customer does not seem that happy. Here we have Jack Sparrow trying to figure out how to eat escargot. Doesn't look exactly like Jack Sparrow, but pretty good resemblance. And here we have Darth Vader using the Force, obviously, to instantly cook some cookies. It looks like Darth Vader opted for the Spirit Halloween version of his outfit on this day. Okay, friends, back to the somewhat sexy videos. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to show you a modified version of this one, which I think you'll find very interesting. Okay, we have Laura Croft riding a horse, and the prompt is kind of long. I'm not going to read the full thing to you, but basically I was going for Laura Croft riding a horse. And that's what we got. A pretty good version of it, if I do say so myself. However, knowing that there's opportunity to make this video better, I modified the prompt. I wanted to test the boundaries of Conch to see just how much sexiness we can add to this video. So I changed the prompt to specify shorts instead of pants, and to specify that the tummy should be exposed. In the interest of testing the boundaries of Conch, I even explicitly wrote, with large breast, a pronounced round butt, and a small waist. And here's what Conch provided for us. She is obviously wearing a top, but her top is obviously not holding everything it should be holding. And maybe Laura just wants to get a little extra sun this day, and she's doing so. Since I can read your minds, yes, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for your enjoyment. Okay, this was something unexpected. A nice little, or should I say big, surprise. And I've copied the prompt into Kling. However, I had to remove the word sexy, and Kling followed through on removing the sexiness. Okay, friends, make sure you stick around because I'm going to show you how to have Conch work on multiple videos simultaneously. The outputs are surprisingly good. With well-crafted text prompts, Hailuo delivers quality results. For output, I'm awarding a stellar 5 stars. What do you think? Have you tried Conch Hailuo AI yet? If so, drop me a comment, let me know how it's going. Cost. Here's the kicker. Conch, also known as Hailuo, is currently free. Yes, free. You can create an unlimited number of videos without breaking the bank. For cost, it's a perfect 5 stars. If that doesn't get you to hit that like button, I don't know what will. Usability. Regarding usability, Conch has very limited controls, so it's very easy to use. You only have a box to enter your text prompt, and you have a checkbox for a prompt optimizer. It might show up in your browser as a tip optimizer. However, the platform doesn't provide us any visibility into how this optimizer changes the prompt. Also, regarding usability, it is fantastic that Conch provides absolutely free access to unlimited video generations. However, let's say that you are willing to pay because you want the watermarks removed. Well, currently there's no paid plans, so that is not an option with the platform. However, my dear friends, I have a workaround for that as well. Please see the description below for a link to a watermark removal tool. And one other note that I would like to point out regarding usability, sometimes the generations will fail. And when this happens, there's generally one of two messages that you'll receive. And the message will pop up just for a brief moment and then go away. So the message is actually easy to miss. One of the messages that you might see, depending on how the English is translated, might be something to the effect that there is something wrong with the copywriting content. Try another content. When you get this message, there's definitely an issue with the text in your prompt. Maybe a reference to something violent or overly sexual. At this point, we just don't know exactly what is being censored. If you receive this message, clean up the text in the prompt a little bit and simply try again. Another message that you are likely to encounter if you play with this tool quite a bit is something to the effect of the previous video task was not completed. Please try again later. While this is a very vague message, in my experience, it usually means there's some sort of issue on the back end and probably not an issue with your prompt. When I have received this message, I have sometimes simply repeatedly clicked the generate video button and eventually the video will generate. Regarding Conch's limitation of one video generation at a time, that is true per account, per browser session. But here's a great productivity tip for you. You can open different browser windows to generate multiple videos simultaneously. I did this by using Chrome, Safari, and Firefox to create videos all at the same time. However, you need to be aware of another pro tip to make this work. As of right now, you don't have to log in. As a matter of fact, if you were to open 3 different browsers, like I mentioned, and log in to each one of those, I'm pretty sure you would be limited to a single video generation at a time. But just do as I did. Open different browsers like Chrome, Safari, and Firefox. Don't log into any of them, and since they would each have their own browser session, Conch will consider them different users. The interface is user-friendly, but could use a few more controls like adjusting video length or aspect ratio. And it would be fantastic to know exactly how this prompt optimizer is actually manipulating the text that you type in. For usability, I'm giving 4 stars. Speed. Each video generation takes about 6 minutes to generate. Conch will show you how many requests are in front of your request. I found this to be as high as about 600 during the day. However, if you are a night owl and you want to create videos in the middle of the night, you will have far fewer requests in front of yours. For speed, a solid 4 stars. That brings my overall rating for Conch, also known as Hailuo, to an impressive 4.4 stars. Not too shabby for an up-and-coming player in the AI video generation game. If you enjoyed this little jaunt through the world of AI video generation and want to keep your finger on the pulse of cutting-edge AI tools, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss me reviewing the latest AI creative breakthroughs. Friends, now that you've got Conch skills under your belt, let's revisit another contender in this area, Kling AI. Depending on your creative project, Kling AI might provide you with better results. Just click here to check out my video where I cover everything you need to know about Kling AI. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of Conch, also known as Hailuo, and why it might just be your new best friend in video creation. Till next time, friends, have fun with your new AI skills and share what you learn in the process so we can all master this world of AI together.